16 of them, so I'd probably start at the very end. I think we're going to need most of this space.
Yeah.
Smash my dogs.
Right. Don't smash the hot dog. Buy it. Do you also do the sausage?
Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Hello, friends. Welcome back to Hy-Vee Today. This is Tony Tone on Tuesday, the 30th of April, the last day of the month of April. Holy pickles, are you ready for May? It's going to be May tomorrow, just like that. We were not here yesterday because this guy was home a little sick. I don't know if you're experiencing any of the crud that's going around, but it's been in my house for about a week. I fought it off all last week, made it into Friday, made it through Saturday, and then woke up Sunday and was just like, I had a fever. I mean, I tried to just ring the cowbell because I thought maybe that's what the fever was, for more cowbell, and it wasn't. It was like a real fever. I never get a fever. I'm 35. I didn't think that was the thing you get anymore. And sure enough, taking the old temperature and looking at it, I'm like, really? Okay. So I hope that, again, you're not dealing with this, but it seems like a lot of people are experiencing the crud. So, yeah, don't get too close to your television or your streaming device. I'm just bathing in hand sanitizer this morning when I got to the store, just living in it, right? How about the rain, right? So that storm that rolled in, I guess that would have been, Sunday night into Monday. That was pretty loud. We don't need any more rain. It sure doesn't seem like it, and the river levels are rising once again. So just when we thought maybe we were through with this, these are some pictures from downtown Muscatine, which, again, doesn't look good, right? And we're sitting here April 30th, heading into May. We want to see the river start to retreat back into her banks. And then this is where it gets really interesting when you look at the levels and where it was for the record just, several years ago at 25.6. And it looks like we'll see highs of nearly 24.3 feet, which is scary, right? I mean, there's some people that are dealing with this that have flooding in their homes, and we feel bad. I feel bad when I see pictures of people that I'm friends with on Facebook that are really struggling, and then some towns. I mean, most of 22, right? Highway 22, you can't even travel down. So just keep that in mind. Even if you're not dealing with it personally, there's some folks that are struggling. So. And it seems like, by all accounts, today on Tuesday, the 30th of April, it's just going to rain all day. Ryan, is that what you saw in the forecast? Just rain. And I don't have an umbrella, right? I probably have like 7 different kids' umbrellas in my garage, and I didn't grab any of them this morning, so I had a brisk walk across the parking lot. There you go. Rain today, rain tomorrow, rain Thursday, and then looks good for the weekend, which is nice. At least Friday, Saturday, we should be in good shape. I know that my friend Jake and Ashley, they're getting married on Saturday, and they were worried about that, so they should be good for that, and we're happy for them. All right, let's get to our first guest who's patiently waiting. This is one of those fun stories about some made in Muscatine products that are shipping all over the place. Mike Rankins is with us with Land of Oz. And Mike, I'm going to give you the bump because,
How you doing, Tony?
The crud. I'm so glad that you're here. So,
thank you.
I've been following your story on social media, and I love everything about what you're able to do with Land of Oz. And it's not even. I feel like there was maybe a week or two ago, I was coming into the store and I saw a vehicle in our parking lot that was like wrapped in the Land of Oz stuff. Would that have been true? You have like these sweet vehicles that are wrapped and everything?
We do. Trailers, vans.
Awesome.
We do.
So, all right, Land of Oz, for folks that don't know, and I guess you correct me if I'm wrong, but was that the name of the arcade in the Muscatine Mall back in the day?
It was back in the 80s, early 90s.
And the story goes, you have some connection to that, right? Is it your dad?
My dad worked there when I was really young.
Okay, so that's where you're able to kind of to take on that name, right?
Yeah,
and
back when I was like 9 years old, every day I hung out. Land of Oz was it.
That is awesome. So
spent hundreds of dollars.
I was gonna say,
tokens
right?
And yeah,
Mike and I were talking before we started the show, and we have that in common. I told him that my dad, when I was between like 10 and 12, owned an arcade with a couple of his friends, and it was such a great experience to be able to go there and get a bag of tokens and play all the different games.
Oh, yeah.
I never felt more cool in my whole life than when I could hang out at the arcade that my dad owned. So how many years has it been since you? Because obviously you have a life and family and a job, but this Land of Oz has really exploded over the last, how many years would you say?
It's probably been 3 years.
Wow.
We started off, I mean, it's really just doing everything in a couple different shops, everything from restorations to building new arcades, and then it just kind of exploded from there.
Do you prefer, like, I mean, you're doing pinball, restoration, and do you do new pinball machines?
No, we just
Strictly
do
restore 'em.
restorations.
Okay.
Yeah,
We've got the website. By the way, could you have a better pinball game on the homepage?
Back to the Future.
Nobody's a bigger Back to the Future fan than I am. So when I went to the website this morning, I got really excited because I own Back to the Future on VHS, DVD, Blu-ray. My dad had it on Laserdisc. I've seen it 100 times. My kids are starting to like it. So you can restore pinballs, but then when it comes to these arcades, and this is where someone like myself gets excited, I could reach out and say, hey, Mike, I want to have an arcade put together, an arcade system put together, and you could essentially build the cabinet for me and load it up with a couple thousand games.
Yeah, we could put 2,500, 3,000 games on a cabinet.
I want to go back to the website for a second to show you guys an example of this, because these things are, look at this. So, all right, so
these are all brand new.
These are brand new, but they look like we just got out of a time machine at the original Land of Oz arcade in the mall, right? So check out that. Ryan, click on one of them, whichever one. Scroll down a little bit. Let's see which ones I was looking at.
Pick that Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat,
That's one of the newest ones.
Let's scroll up a little bit, and then let's go with that Mortal Kombat one over there. Oh my gosh, Mike, I totally remember that one. So this is Mortal Kombat, brand new with 1,200 games on it, made right here in Muscatine. How do you learn, Mike, how to build that? I can't even process it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I have a lot of resources. You know, it's arcades they're tough. You know, they're tough to work on. So you have to know a lot about electronics, a lot about cabinetry work.
Sure.
So luckily we had a good friend of mine, Rick Mercer here in Muscatine. He helps us out a lot with, he does a lot of the cabinetry work. We have some other folks that help us out. And then we just kind of trial and error. I mean, we'll put some games in, we'll do everything from Raspberry Pis to JAMA systems. And
that's awesome. Yeah.
Everything just, whatever you want in your home is what we create.
So if we went back to that Mortal Kombat one, just for the example, how heavy is that? I mean, it's got to be.
They range. Like, we put all new electronics in it, so it's not like your 1980s 400-pound machine. They range about. The weight is around 200 pounds.
Oh wow, that's incredible.
175.
Yeah. So, and that's just that the new technology can be sort of, I don't want to say retrofitted, but it's
the LCD monitor versus your old CRT.
Right. I was going to ask you what type of monitor, and I know that's a weird question, and we're watching some great examples of old school Mortal Kombat. So much nostalgia happening right now for me. I love it.
Yeah, so the
LCD
LCDs take a lot of weight away.
Sure.
You know, the old CRTs were 200 pounds alone, you know, on some of those, depending on the size.
And just makes it a lot easier, I imagine, you know, should things need to get replaced. But look at the look. I mean,
it's
you've
beautiful.
captured the look and the feel of something that, you know, you feel like when you see something like that, and that's just one of the examples with Land of Oz. When I look at something like that, Mike, I go, okay, that had to be in somebody's garage, and you just kind of, you blew the dust off it. No, that's brand new. So
from the ground up.
Right, and I love that on your website, you'll even show some of the pictures, sort of the inner workings, right, and how you're actually putting together the circuitry and everything.
Oh yeah, we do. We have a lot of videos. So
yeah.
On our YouTube channel, Land of Oz Arcade Restorations LLC.
Sure.
I think we shoot. I try to shoot about 5 to 6 videos a week, and then you know, the editing, and we do everything ourselves.
Sure.
So. We go through a lot, you know, we have a lot of hidden videos as well. So
Sure.
like when a customer buys a cabinet, we'll show them how the circuitry works, and because we offer warranties on all of our products.
All right, so these dartboards, and I think that this one in particular is being shipped to Hawaii.
That left for Hawaii here last week.
All right, so Mike, I told you before we started, I'm terrible at darts. I've never been good at darts, but I do like playing darts. What is it about this? And it seems like this is, and by the way, so this is where the technology also comes into play with the dartboards. So is this a system that you have made yourself? I mean, as far as how people are going to be playing darts in the future? I mean, I think I was watching a video, whether it was this one or one similar to this. These seem like they're super ornate, and you're shipping them everywhere, right?
We are. So we've shipped to every state in the United States. We've also shipped to Japan, Malaysia, Singapore. We just shipped off 5 more to Australia. The actual technology that's into these dartboards is actually the Grand product. It's a home-based dartboard that you can play anybody across the globe from home.
Wow.
So it's all free. It's all app-driven.
Sure.
So we build a network inside of that that streams onto our 24-inch monitor that we build into the cabinets.
I've never seen a dartboard with a 24-inch monitor in it. And
so
the
you
lights,
can see,
right?
you can see there, that's the
super
track
cool.
lighting. We do a lot of track modes. That's all run either by a Raspberry Pi or we'll put in some kind of a mode controller.
Sure.
So they can do different strobing modes, just more for the track lighting features. But
so are the majority of these, and is it the Wizard dartboard? Is that the name?
that's our cabinet, is the Wizard dartboard.
Okay.
So we offer an Elite series. We offer a Legacy series, which is our lighted marquee, wall mount, and then we have a full-size freestanding dartboard as well.
So are they primarily going to just like your individual for their home? Or are they going into businesses? Because I know that you can also customize, and I've seen different names of either, whether it's, you know, somebody's basement bar or a place of business, like that one right there, right?
Right.
So that's a funny one that maybe I won't read out loud. So are you seeing a mix of both, like as far as the residential and commercial?
It's more residential, but we've shipped some to Jimmy Buffett's resorts, Margaritaville. And we actually have more coming up for a couple different resorts that we're doing some laser cuts on the sides of the cabinets, and so the LEDs, when we light them up, they'll shine through and give that nice scope on the side of the cabinet.
How do you get into this? I mean, I understand how you can get into the business, but as far as taking the business to that level and becoming a respected provider, supplier, I mean, how do you start to tow that water? Is it just getting the product out there and that word of mouth that can be so strong to help
word of mouth is, you know, that's 90% of your business. The other 10% is advertising.
Sure.
We, you know, every cabinet that we produce, let's say the Wizard dartboards.
Sure.
If we like the freestanding dartboard you saw going to Hawaii, that was a 60-hour build from start to finish. So when we start that cabinet to the time it's done, it's 60 hours.
That is wild.
And number one, you know, I've always worked with industries and different corporations, and I was always taught quality is number one since I was a young young gentleman, I guess, and we put that, or we install that into every cabinet. So when it goes to a customer, if I don't want that in my home, we're not going to send it out.
I love that. And again, this is such a great story. If you're just joining us, Mike Rankins with Land of Oz. Made in Muscatine, right? So
Made in Muscatine.
From Muscatine, Iowa to across the globe, it's got to make you feel great. And then at the same time, this is so exciting to talk about all the different things you have going on. You have a retail space coming soon, is that correct?
We do. So we
Sure.
our retail store is located 801 Oregon Street,
Okay.
Downtown, or kind of south end Muscatine. And we open the doors. We were planning on opening tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so we may end up pushing it back a little bit. We're waiting on a couple things to come in, but down at our retail location, not only will you see the Wizard dartboards, you're going to see 10 to 15 different arcades we have. We're going to have probably 20 different pinball machines from old to new.
Look at the Galaga machine.
Yeah, the classic.
Come on. Now, someone like Ryan, I hope that Ryan's very young, Mike.
Ryan
Don't
wouldn't
hold that
know what
against
Galaga
him.
is.
He might. He says
does?
he's played Galaga. Well, Ryan, you're rehired. You don't have to leave, everybody. But that's just it. Like, young or old, there's just something about that. And whether it's nostalgic feeling or just... there's some people that I bet just like it because there's 1,500 games at your disposal.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be hard pressed for me to say, man, I like Mortal Kombat so much that I'm just going to go buy a standalone Mortal Kombat original arcade game. I can
Right.
justify it a lot easier to my significant other when I can say, listen, dear, this has 12 or 1,500 games on it. The kids are going to love it, but most importantly, selfishly, I'm going to love it. I also love the fact that you have a hoverboard.
Oh, yeah.
And
Back
a
to the
Chucky
Future,
doll
too.
riding
Yeah,
a tricycle.
yeah.
You have found,
Yeah.
if anybody's like myself, if I've been looking for a hoverboard my whole life. Now, is the hoverboard for sale or is that just a prop?
It's for sale. So we I
are
have
you
a
about
mass.
to tell me that you make hoverboards?
No.
Okay. Whew. I was sitting
We
down.
may. It
Yeah.
could be coming, but
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So I'm a huge collector, so I
love
love the 70s, 80s stuff, and you're going to see a lot of that in our store.
Mm-hmm.
Not only are you going to see like the pinballs, arcades, our Wizard dartboards, we also carry skateboards.
my
So
gosh.
for all the shredders in town, we're right across from a skate park.
Yep.
So we're going to have everything from Baker boards to the old Santa Cruz that you probably
fantastic.
remember and grew
Yep,
up on.
absolutely.
Spitfire wheels. Then we're going to then we have all of our dart products. So we have Harrows and all the awesome darts, L style and Cosmo tips.
Well, and there's a ton of
Thousands
people that
of
play,
items.
I was gonna say there's a ton of people that play darts in Muscatine in different leagues.
Right.
So to have a resource that is not, anytime you can shop local, right? If you're the type of person that's been buying your darts online, well, now you might not have to when you can go to support a local business.
And the nice thing is you can come in if you don't know what style of dart. Obviously if you order off of Amazon, Amazon's a great company, but when you get your darts, that's what you get.
Exactly.
You come into Land of Oz, you can actually throw that dart at our dartboards, and you can see if that's a feel you want, if that's a dart
So
you want.
cool. All right, I got to ask you, we're looking at all these great pictures from the Land of Oz Facebook. My 7-year-old and my 4-year-old, they love Mario. I would like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle arcade. Is there a Back to the Future cabinet that's out there? Have you done any of those?
No, we haven't. So Back to the Future, they did not make an arcade at
Darn
the
it.
time. I mean, at some point as we progress through this, probably in the next 3-4 years, we've been designing a Jaws pinball that
my
I don't know
gosh.
if it'll ever come to fruition.
Sure.
Of course, we have to have the
Right.
OKs and the licenses.
Right.
And, so if we ever get to the point where we create one of those, it'll happen at the Land of Oz if we can
So
get
fun.
it done. But
What's the hoverboard cost? I just got
hoverboards are $99.95.
Okay, I can afford it.
And that comes with a box. So if you're a collector and you want to hang it on your wall, it's
Yep.
pretty cool for the man cave.
See, right, that's just it. Mike and I, again, we were talking before we started, and moving soon, bigger basement, space to have cool stuff like a sweet arcade game from Land of Oz, and now I got to have a hoverboard. I mean, I've collected
Be
all this
awesome.
stuff. you know how it is. You collect all this stuff, and mostly a lot of autograph stuff over my years in radio that's kind of
Right.
in like a storage container. And now I'm going to have a chance to display it. And I think the centerpiece for sure is either going to be a Mortal Kombat
Right,
arcade,
right.
or the Ninja Turtle one might be a little bit more family friendly. But that's what I'm saying. It's just such a great thing that you're doing right in our own backyard. And I hope that for people that are watching, that have watched us live or going to watch us on cable tonight, are just having that moment like I had. They might not have had no idea that this was
Right.
a business in town, right? And I know you're going to have success based on how far you're shipping things from the darts. But let's talk about the pins for a second. So
Sure.
the restoration on that, again, I don't know much about it, but it seems like, you know, there's a lot of detail that goes into these pinball machines. I've seen some of the inner workings on some different pinball machines over the years, and I don't understand the first thing about them. But so how does that process work? Are you finding pinball machines that are kind of in dire straits and then helping them get back together? Or are people reaching out and saying, hey, Mike, I have this old pin. Could you help me get it back working? Is it a little bit of both?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
So just kind of give you a real short story. We went down to, we had a customer in Rock Island that we actually drove to Tennessee,
Wow.
picked up a machine that looked like it had been drugged down a gravel road.
Oh, my gosh.
So we drove straight through. It was on a holiday weekend. Spent 20 hours on the road,
Jeez.
there and back. And we brought the machine back, and the customer wanted this completely restored. They wanted it to look like it was like brand new back
Sure.
in 1980.
Sure.
So we spent, literally, we strip everything down, we paint it, you know, we fix the cabinet, we re-stencil the cabinet so it's all painted back to the original graphics, and then we get into the playfield work. So
Sure.
we have to desolder or take everything off of the underside of the playfield,
Right.
put a new playfield in. So by the time we were done, we had about 150 hours into the machine.
Gosh.
But the customer, it's a Black Knight. It's on our Facebook page. It's a 1980 Black Knight, and it absolutely looks like a showroom quality cabinet.
150 hours into it is a lot of time.
So it was actually Rick Mercer, myself, my
Sure.
wife. My wife helps us. She's beautiful, and she drives us all. So she's a hard charger when it comes to making things happen. And we started on the machine at 5 in the morning.
Oh my gosh.
And I think I walked back in my house around 2 a.m. And because once you get going on these, you can't stop. You have to just keep going.
Wow. So that's it right there?
No, that's a new one. That's a
a new
Stern,
one, okay.
but
That's
that's
unbelievable,
the brand new Stern
though.
they just came out with, 2019.
To have the ability to do all of that, right? I mean, I'm never going to be the guy that can put together and restore a pinball machine, but I can certainly appreciate it. And for folks that are looking for that, and again, I hope that people come to the retail shop at 801 South Oregon Street and go, yeah, I want to buy that. Or if they stumble upon one, and maybe that's the case. Maybe somebody's had a pinball machine they've been sitting
Sure.
on, and they're like, I don't know the first person to take this to or who to talk about. You're the guy, right?
Right.
Whether it's, you know, it's servicing or if it's the sales of new.
So I have an awesome team. We've got, you know, of course I said, you know, my wife,
Sure.
I think she keeps me sane, or we try to keep each other sane during
Right.
this whole process. But we also have Chris. He helps us out a ton. He does a lot of work on our dartboards, deliveries, pickups, that type of stuff. We have Ryan. He has a bachelor's in electronics, so
Wow.
of course that he works right alongside with me, you
Sure.
know, on the wiring side and the circuitry. And then we have Rick's Fabrications. Rick Mercer helps us out a lot, and so that's a Flash Gordon you're seeing there. That's
Oh my
that's
gosh,
the
look
actual
at that.
playfield transformation. So you see the old playfield behind
Right.
it, and there's a brand new one. So we take all the electronics off the back, transfer everything over, and it all has to be done in one shot. Because if you forget one ground line, or
Gosh. That's
so
ridiculous. Is that the underside?
that's the underside of a
Okay, so
playfield.
again, what you're looking at is the underside of a playfield of a pinball machine.
850 wires in that machine.
That's 849 too many for me to understand right now, but I can appreciate. So again, whether your experience with a pinball machine has been just putting a quarter or a token into it, you can totally empathize with the amount of work and time that's going into bringing those back to life. I mean, what a great thing to be able to do, again, on top of having family and life and jobs. I don't know.
We love it though. It's great. We love it.
And again, to be able to have, Chris and Ryan's and Rick's of the world, that everybody's working together. And I mean, Mike, Land of Oz is creating jobs. That's got to, do you step back and think about that? I mean, you're too busy to probably do that, but have you had that moment like, holy moly, I got to catch my breath? You don't even have time. The fact that you're here, is great.
It's exciting. I think for everybody that we went from a little. I mean, I remember, heck, it was probably early 2000s. I was in my garage fixing Nintendos for people, because they wanted the original Nintendo, and so I would rewire them and make sure that they work, so you didn't have to blow in the machines and that really, we went from that, and I've always messed with pinballs and arcades, and we said, you know what, there's enough people out there that want restored machines, or they want something very nice for their basement. Yeah. And we knew we could create it, and that's how we kind of took off. And then now we have a location in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Do you really?
Yeah, that started about 3 months ago.
Okay.
And so we have our Wizard dartboards up there as well. We have a full shop that they make arcades for the Land of Oz that combine with ours. So
that's wonderful. It's just,
so there's a burnt. We do a lot of PC repairs or NPU repairs. So you see some burnt diodes there and.
You don't have to tell me. I knew that was a burnt diode as soon as I saw it. So was that what was it in a pinball machine?
That was a pinball machine.
So you can
Those
service these things as well.
If you bring your machine into Land of Oz, or we come to your home and we fix these machines, they're going to run for the next 30 years the way they should.
So great.
That's our guarantee.
I love the story and how things have taken off. It's so exciting for you guys to have that evolution from just something that you were kind of sort of interested in, and then to have it just explode in such a short amount of time. And I love the pictures. We saw the picture of the kids with the Pac-Man game. That's what it's all about, right? So I have to ask you, and whether you can answer it or not, of course, selfishly, I mentioned, look at those kids. Look at how happy they are. We talk about I mentioned the Back to the Future arcade, and yes, maybe they don't have one. Are there any other cabinets that you're either just getting the licensing to start to utilize? You mentioned the Jaws custom one. Are there other ones coming down the pike? And whether you can mention them or not.
We have, it's more on the dartboard side. We've really focused hard, and I think 2019 we're going to continue to focus in that direction on our cabinetry on the dartboards. But we have a new dartboard coming out. It's called Demon Darts, so it's going to be kind of the flash and the sparks, and it's just a cool lighting, and
it's cool.
So that'll be a new cabinet that I'm sure we're going to be probably selling quite a few of, and
it's such a fun. I can't wait to check out the retail space. I didn't know that.
So yeah, that's my basement.
That's your basement.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no room for anything else. It's all pinballs and dartboards, but.
You have a Jurassic Park pinball in your basement?
It's beautiful.
Oh, man. And then there was a Cubs one that we had seen a picture of.
Yeah, so we sold that. Yeah, the Cubs.
That's cool.
But you see the Evil Knievel 1977 there.
Gosh, look at your basement, Mike.
Kiss.
Oh, the
Playboy.
Kiss one is fantastic.
Yeah, all of them.
Hello, ladies. The Kiss one is super cool. Wow.
Yeah,
and then, of course, you got the sweet dartboard.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
Oh, my gosh. This is so exciting. I can't wait to move and reach out and be like, I'm ready.
We'll have it. We'll have it for you.
Oh, I can't wait, Mike. I showed my kids your website, of course, on my phone, like we can now, and I was showing them, and like I said, they were like, "Oh, you got to get the Mario one," and I was like, "Yeah, but I feel like the 4-player,
right?
Because they're gonna. My oldest is 7. I got a 4-year-old and a 7-month-old daughter, but I'm like, they're gonna get to that point where they're gonna have friends over,
right?
And to be able to have a 4-player system.
Well, the nice thing with I think you're referring to the Turtles. Yeah. 4-player. In that 4-player, we can also add in Mario, so that'll be in that cabinet. So if your kids want to play Mario, it'll be on there.
Oh, this is great. And again, if you're looking and interested in a dart setup for your home, I can't think of a better product, right? The Mario cabinets look great, but these dartboards are taking off. They're going everywhere across the globe, and they're made right here in Muscatine. It's just such a great story, and I'm super thankful that you took the time to be with us. Contact info has been easy. We've been showing everybody the Facebook. Ryan, let's go back to maybe the landing page for the website, the landing page for the Facebook, and then the address is 801 South Oregon Street.
That is correct. Suite 2.
Suite 2.
So we'll have lighted signs out there. Once it'll probably take us another month or so to get our bearings underneath us, but yeah,
ready to go. So contact info from the website. I love the retail store. Such a great idea. And even just that element of the skateboards and being across. You're right across from the skate park. I mean, this is super exciting.
For all the. So we'll have, like I said, the boards from the old days, Santa Cruz and all those cool boards, but also for the mini shredders out there, we'll have the shorter boards and all the bearings, and they can come in if they need a wheel or whatever they need. We'll take care of it.
It's really exciting. So glad you stopped by this morning to talk about it, and I can't even imagine how much busier your year is going to be. I mean, it's already been, I'm sure that 2019, Mike, has already started off.
Yeah, it started off really well.
This,
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And it's
We've had
only
a good
going to
year.
pick up momentum, right? As
Right.
far as people being aware. I mean, certainly folks in Muscatine and the Quad Cities and Iowa City are going to start to come to the retail space, but then the business, the online business.
The online is where
things.
it's at. We've just, that really took our business from an actual kind of a hobby to a business, was online. Wow. I mean, the e-commerce, when you can order a dartboard from Hawaii or let's say Australia, place the order and we have it ready in a week, and we ship it out. It takes you to the next level as far as businesses go.
It really does. It's super nice. So again, selfishly, I'll ask, because this is where I'm going to find myself in a month and a week or so. And I'm not saying I need I need the arcade right when I move in.
Right.
But what's the lead time on something like that? How long out, or how far out are you on like that? Whether it's the Ninja Turtle one or the Mario one or the different other ones we've been looking at.
So if it's like a Turtles is kind of a specialty cabinet because it's so big. We can usually have it ready in 14 days, 14 business days. It'll be fantastic. It'll be ready to go.
Oh, I can't
like
wait.
I said, we have a Green Bay team that they'll do some work on it. They will send it down to Muscatine. We'll probably finish up the wiring down here in Muscatine, and then it'll be ready to go.
Look at the pictures of these dartboards. Super cool. Chris Bynum on Facebook saying Rankins is demand. Tony, yes, I'm learning that, Chris. One of my coworkers, Sherry, who must not be working today, says, tell Jim, our boss, that we need one of these in the break room. Yeah, 100%. The lights on these dartboards are just something else. Again, as somebody that's admittedly not the best dart player, I can appreciate the quality and the craftsmanship that's going into them, and the fact that they're made in Muscatine. And I just like how they ship in those crates. That's super
we
cool,
try.
right?
We make sure that, of course, being an old manufacturing guy, I just remember shipping damage being, a big portion of your business, or, it could detriment your business. So the first thing we looked at when we created the boards or the arcades is how are we going to ship these? How are we going to get them there safe?
Yeah.
And sometimes we'll spend an hour, 2 hours just wrapping up cabinets.
Wow.
To ship them out.
Unbelievable.
And,
the attention to
pre-ship
detail. Well, mine will be easy. Just cruise over to the house.
Yeah. It'd be nice to visit with you.
I was going to say,
we'll sit there and we'll throw down a game of Turtles.
Oh, I can't wait. All right, Land of Oz. You can kind of see the vehicle in the background. Wow, this is super exciting. Reach out and please let me know when the retail space is open, and we'll mention it on the show and send people your way.
Hey, thank you very much, Tony. It's great being here. Thank you very
Mike
much.
Rankin's Land of Oz, made in Muscatine, around the globe. I can't wait to get a hoverboard. You put me down for a hoverboard.
Oh, yeah,
100%.
absolutely.
I'm almost tempted to just
I'm going to get you on a skateboard, and then we're going to film it. We're going to bring him in here in Hy-Vee and let him shred around the store.
I've lost a lot of weight, Mike, but I don't know if I'm skateboard ready. I mean, I'm always happy to try things, but my kids have those scooters, and I got on one of those, and I almost biffed it in my driveway. So baby steps, right? Baby steps before I break out the board. All right, check out Land of Oz on Facebook, the website, YouTube channel. The videos are great. And okay, 1 second. I got one more question off Facebook. My buddy Steve says, how hard are the X-Men 6-player arcades to acquire or to build? Are you doing any of those yet?
So a 6-player is very, very tough.
Sure.
We can do it.
Yeah.
I would say give us 3 to 4 weeks on a build like that. Again, we want to we want to make it exactly the way it was,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's going to take a lot of testing on a six players. You have a lot of different things
can't
going
even
in different
imagine.
directions.
Yeah.
So
I
give us
remember
about
the
4 weeks.
6-player arcade. I think I know the exact X-Men one that Steve's talking about. That's
a big cabinet.
That is a big cabinet. And maybe I'm putting the cart before the horse with the Ninja Turtles one. I just think, again, the 4 players is
awesome.
the way to go,
Yeah.
right? It's the way
cool.
to go.
Or the Mortal Kombat,
Yeah.
4 players is cool.
Mortal
but
Kombat's so
yeah.
cool. There it is right there. So that is the 6-player.
Yeah, that's a big
wow, that is
machine.
big. Holy smokes.
But yeah,
That
we
is
can
no
do it.
joke. Yeah. Hey, Steve, listen. I know Steve. He's got the spot in the basement. He's got a room in his basement now that's just all comics and stuff. So he needs
that's
this,
great.
Mike.
Yeah,
He needs
yeah.
this. And he likes to skateboard, so right up your alley.
Oh yeah.
All right, we'll get
Perfect.
Mike out of here. Again, Land of Oz all over the place. And be like me and make a good decision and make my future basement, the ultimate man cave. I can't wait.
Thanks again for having
Dude,
me.
I
It was great to
appreciate
be
your
here.
time. This is so awesome. Check out the website and YouTube channel. All right, we go in cart cam, aisle cam. Perfect. All right. No, but first the website, right? Land of Oz website. Look at this, right? It's easy to do. Check out everything that's available online. Go to the social page. Such great testimonials and feedback from customers. And again, made right here in Muscatine. Super exciting. And get a hold of Mike and the crew. Again, creating jobs and retail space coming soon, 801 South Oregon Street. All right, let's go aisle cam if we could, which looks like it's... Oh, look, we found ourselves Mike Weiss, everybody. Mike Weiss, hard at work. He is going to be not happy that he's on the show right now. We won't tell Mike Weiss with the blue shirt and the tie on that we've got him in the shot because... Oh, and there's Steve Graham. We can't really see Steve, but... Talking to Mike right now. All right, so right in the meat department, right? And starting in just a couple of days, Mega Meat Thursdays will be rolling back into your Muscatine Hy-Vee with an opportunity for you to save on that fuel saver each and every Thursday. We'll talk more about that towards the end of the show. I want to go to the Toyota of Muscatine cart camera. And a couple of things to mention today, amongst other things, is National Raisin Day. So I thought we would send our very own Cody behind the wheels of steel, the Toyota Muscatine car cam, to the raisin aisle, which I think is aisle 9, if I'm not mistaken. Aisle number 9, looking for a large container of raisins. I feel like the jury's kind of out. People either love raisins or they loathe them. I would find myself in, I'm on team raisin. I feel like I like raisins just fine. I mean, it's essentially a dried grape, right? Isn't that what a raisin is, pretty much? And we've got them. So if you find yourself needing some raisins or all of the raisins, you can find them in aisle 9 right here at the Hy-Vee, and you can celebrate Raisin Day accordingly. Look at that. That's a bag of them. Ooh-wee. Hey, good call on that Hy-Vee brand, Cody. Good for you. So in addition to that, it's also National Adopt a Shelter Day, a pet shelter day. National Hairstylist Appreciation Day. So if you're making people look good, cutting their hair, we appreciate you. That's for sure. It's Honesty Day. I try not to tell too many lies. Ryan, you're marvelous. See? That's not a lie. It's the truth. It's National Bubble Tea Day. You can see them all on the screen right there. Military Brats Day, Oatmeal Cookie Day. Am I missing any? Did I leave any out? National Prep... I don't even know how to say that. Preparation Day? Preparation Day? I don't know. But you can see... Oh, it's also National Bugs Bunny Day. Preparathon? Is that what that is? Preparathon? It's got to be, right? Preparathon. Yeah, you're right, Chad. Preparathon. Or preparation. National Prepare to Be Hot Day, everybody. Bugs Bunny Day is kind of fun. So if we go back to Cody, sarcoidosis? Boy, they did not teach me how to pronounce those words at the St. Ambrose, let me tell you. National Oatmeal Cookie Day, so I just mentioned to Cody maybe take a stroll through the bakery and let's see if there's any oatmeal cookies. And again, I feel like people either are pro-oatmeal cookies or they're anti-oatmeal cookies. I'd be okay with them. There's oatmeal raisin, right? You're achieving both. National Raisin Day, National Oatmeal Cookie Day. You got a bag of raisins and a batch of oatmeal cookie dough batter in the same room, and look what happened. Those cookies were born. and baked right over yonder. How cool is Mike Rankins, by the way? That is an awesome story, that Land of Oz. That's a Made in Muscatine, right? That could be a feature on this show. We could do this Made in Muscatine where there's people. And again, Mike has a full-time job and a family, and his wife has a full-time job, but they are also chasing the American dream called owning and operating their own business, and that's super admirable, and I appreciate his time. I mean, everybody that comes on the show we appreciate for sure, but some people just, I don't know how they carve out the time to be here. Thank you, Cody. That is a mighty large bag of raisins. 24 ounces of raisins. Ooh-wee. All of the raisins. Wow. A lot of carbs in raisins. Jeez Louise. And a lot of sugar. Look at the carb content on those raisins. 31 grams. Now, yeah, let's scroll up a little, Cody. What's a serving size? What is it? A fourth of a cup? Okay. Fourth of a cup. There's 17 servings per bag. So maybe don't eat the entire bag of raisins. Because if you're on a low-carb diet, that would not be a good move. And then, of course, the oatmeal raisin cookies. Ooh. Not my favorite. I'd have one. Like if Cody bought these, or if as he was bringing them over, he accidentally tore the packaging, or you remember Betsy when Betsy was on the show, she would sometimes just like shake things, and then we couldn't resell them. We're not going to do that with those cookies because they're not my favorite. All right, a couple things to mention, and then we'll get out of here. Still feeling a little sluggish. I don't like that. I really don't. And I hope that you're not dealing with this crud that's going around. I mean, it's too, we're starting May. The last thing we want is for people like myself or you or the kids, and there's a lot of people that are dealing with these cruds. Like, nobody has time, or you don't want to be sick around this time of year. It's just not fun. So I really hope you're not dealing with it. We have got 2 opportunities for you to play bingo here at your Muscatine Hy-Vee. And if I sat here today and told you that tomorrow night, Wednesday, May 1st, we'll have over 70 people playing bingo starting at 6 p.m. in the Market Grill Express, I wouldn't be lying to you. It's the truth. Last month, we had over 80 people. 80! The entire Broderson family playing bingo. Starts at 6 o'clock, free to play. Each and every bingo game you win, we hook you up with a $5 or $10 Hy-Vee gift card. I'm prepared for tomorrow to have over $180 in Hy-Vee gift cards in $5 or $10 increments, and it works like this: G47, B10, and then you go bingo, and you come up, and I give you a gift card, and then we play another game. And I know you're thinking you're only playing bingo for an hour and 15 minutes, hour and a half. We're getting through 25 games of bingo. It's a lot. And there's sometimes we have multiple winners per game, and sometimes there's one winner per game. So it's free to play. I've got the cards. All you have to do is show up. There's great, food specials in the Market Grill Express and drink specials as well. So we've got 2 opportunities tomorrow. You just saw May 1st, and then on Monday, May 6th. So kind of a double bubble bingo in the month of May. So May 1st and then May 6th, both at 6 p.m. I strongly encourage you to RSVP at this point because, like I said, last month there were over 80 people, and there were folks that showed up that did not RSVP that were a little miffed. And at this point, I would tell you, like I told somebody on Facebook last night, they said, should I RSVP? And I said, you should 100% RSVP. It just makes sense. That's for sure. This weekend, Cinco de Mayo, right? That's happening on the 5th of May. Certainly, if you're celebrating, whether you start celebrating on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, or you wait till Sunday, we've got some great deals for you. You can see this ad that we're about to show you on the back page of the Voice of Muscatine newspaper. Did I send it to you, Ryan? There's part of me that feels like I didn't send it. Okay, cool. I had a little bit of panic right there. But yeah, this is it, right? So everything you would need. So a lot of wine and spirits items, a lot of dips and chips, and choice reserve boneless thin chuck steak for the best tacos. And you can see all the different deals in wine and spirits like the Don Julio. I haven't tried that Don Julio 1942, but I would be willing to give it a go if I'm saving $31. That's got to be good tequila, right? I mean, wow. Not the biggest tequila fan, but I mean, again, if somebody's offering, I'm not going to turn it down. I don't want to be rude either. Don Julio Resposada. Did I say that right? Resposada? Pacifico, Modelo, Corona, Jose Cuervo. It's all there. That's on the back page of the newspaper that'll show up today and tomorrow in your mailbox on the Voice of Muscatine. Check that out. All right, what else do we have? Oh, the cereal truckload sale. Right, truckload cereal sale, however you want to say it. There are giant displays near the front of the store by the registers, as a matter of fact. And I'm looking and I'm seeing some different balloons that are coinciding with those cereal displays as we've been sitting here. Those are kind of fun. So this will start on Thursday, so keep that in mind. And they're good through Sunday. And I don't know if you go through a lot of cereal at your house. You got kids, grandkids, nieces, nephews, whatever the case may be. But $1 per box is crazy cheap, right? When you buy 5. So General Mills, 5 for $5. Kellogg's, 5 for $5. Malto Meal, 5 for $5. These prices... they're not going to be around, but just during the sale. I mean, quite honestly, even if you came to the store today, you're not going to have those prices, right? So wait if you want to take advantage of these savings. They'll start on Thursday and run through Sunday with the cereal truckload sale. We will sell a lot of cereal. My advice to you, of course, is don't forget the milk. Don't forget the milk, right? Don't be that person that's like, hey, I got a cart full of cereal, and then you get home and you're like, where's the milk? And you're like, oh, milk? I don't have milk. Or are you the type of person that's just going to put water? Has anybody here ever put water in their cereal? I looked right at Ryan, assuming he was going to say yes. I'm sorry, Ryan. I prejudged you. I apologize. Water is boring. Let me take a drink of my boring water. You know what that tastes like, Ryan? A party. You're not invited. All right, Mega Meat Thursdays are back starting this Thursday because this is the first Thursday in May, right? So tomorrow is the 1st of May. May 2nd is on Thursday. Hey, buddy. So Mega Meat Thursday is ready to roll in the meat department. Great opportunity for you to save on that fuel saver. Brian Mueller loves Mega Meat Thursdays. Mega Meat and seafood each and every Thursday. The more you spend, the more you save throughout the month of May. It's just fantastic. 15 cents off per gallon with every 25 you spend in meat, seafood, lunch meat, cheese, and fresh deli items every single Thursday in May. Do the math, it adds up. $75, 45 cents off, $50, 30 cents off. Or if you're just, looking to just get a couple of things, $25, 15 cents off. It's a good deal. And that kicks off this Thursday. Don't miss it, friends, right here. 2 things, and we'll get to the job board. Maybe 3. The food service coupons. So we've got 1 day today left on the food service coupons that are on the spindle. They're double-sided, so don't forget that. So today's the last day for the first set of coupons, and then starting tomorrow, we'll talk about the other side with those savings. But grab one of these and take advantage of these deals. I'm saying this out loud so that selfishly I don't forget to get the ribs that are on these coupons, right? So whether it's $1 off any price breakfast, 8-piece leg bucket for $6, $1 off any regularly priced Chinese meal, or a full rack of ribs. Thank you for zooming in for $10, a savings of $4.99, ladies and gentlemen. That's a great deal. So grab a set of those flyers, and tomorrow on the show we'll look at the other side. But I just don't want you to forget to use those today because they're going to run out, right? And the only thing that goes better than all those deals is my favorite Arden Creek wines, right? That Ryan Red is really good. It's their newest one. Can't say enough about our friends from Arden Creek. Minus the fact that I still don't have my stock option or a key. I can't say anything bad. I wouldn't, ever. But that Ryan Red, that new Arden Creek, is very good. Very good. As much as my wife doesn't like a dry red, that could be for me. It's good stuff. All right, let's do the graduation cakes and the Salvation Army dinner, and then we'll get to the job board, and then we will get out of here as I start to get more and more foggy sitting here, which is not a fun feeling. Need a handful of vitamins or something. So graduation cakes, right? Class of 2019, or maybe I just need a giant stack of oatmeal raisin cookies. Maybe that'll cure what's ailing me. If you're ordering a graduation cake and you're not sure how much you need, how many people you're going to have, we can do the math for you right here. So if it's a big graduation party, small graduation party, or maybe you just want to celebrate the class of 2019, you want to get a graduation cake, but you graduated 20 years ago, nobody's going to judge you, right? Cake is fine. It doesn't matter. Congratulations, class 2019. I graduated 20 years ago, but I'm just going to eat a whole cake myself. Nobody's going to hold it against you if you're doing that. So the bakery can help when it comes to these cakes. They're fantastic, and they're ready to take care of you from custom colors to all the surrounding schools. Pictures can be printed on them, everything in between. They'll take great care of you right over here in the bakery. And I think it's a week from today. Is that the 7th? Week from today, the 7th? I think so. Yeah, we're going to have Jody and Jackie, two of our great cake decorators that literally work right back there. They're going to be on this show at 9 a.m. And Jody is going to be decorating a cake as she's sitting here. And I think she's got something up her sleeve to where I am going to decorate some or part of a cake, which is terrifying because I don't know the first thing about it, but I'm always happy to take one for the team and accidentally eat some frosting. Even though I know last week on the show I talked about being on the diet, lost 12 pounds, felt good, but I'm not going to not sit here if someone's decorating a cake and do the old frosting swipe. That's going to happen. It's not like we're going to sell the cake that they're decorating anyways. If I'm being totally honest, part of the reason that we're doing it is so that sweet young Ryan Broderson can have his cake and eat it too. That's true. All right, May 17th, we'll be here before you know it. That's a Friday night at Geneva Golf and Country Club. It's the annual Salvation Army dinner and Kids Zone Camp fundraiser. Opportunity for you to support the Salvation Army and the Kids Zone Camp. To be totally honest with y'all, if this dinner is not successful, I'm not sure what that means for the camp. I know that the camp will happen. Will they have to reduce the number of kids that are able to attend? I don't want to have to think about that. Let's make it a success. Let's sell it out. Tickets are $50. There's a performance by TB Mentalism. There's silent auction items available. It should be a good time. The food will be good. The setting is great. Shout out to Brian Lee and everybody at Geneva. Listen, we just need you to get tickets. So reach out to the Salvation Army, 263-8272. Get one, get two, get a table. If you're in a business and you want to sponsor it, that would be super cool. And, we want you to help out the Salvation Army in that fundraiser. I know you get asked to support a lot of things, but that's another good one. All right, let's go to the team staffing job board if we could. We missed this yesterday because I was homesick, but we've got it ready to roll today. Our friends at Team Staffing, 109 Lake Park Boulevard. Opportunities for you right now. Our friend Brooke McCullough, look at this. Coming out of the gate hot with a bank teller opportunity. $11.50 per hour. All you have to do is call Brooke, 563-316-7636. Must be able to work every other Saturday. Or careers@teamssi.com. Reach out and get more info. Kristen has forklift assembly and material support, $12 to $15.50 per hour, first and second shift. Call Kristen. Her number's on the screen, 563-299-0753. Or again, you can use the email address, careers@teamssi.com. And last but not least, check this out. Okay, this is like too good to be true almost, right? But this is legit. Katie has the following opportunity, right? Position starting at $18.75 per hour, plus you receive a $150 bonus and a $50 gas card. So to say that they're looking for good people seems like an understatement when they throw in those incentives. That is fantastic. Call Katie or refer someone you know for that type of an opportunity, 563-316-9254. or careers@teamssi.com. All right. Listen, I want to say thanks again to Mike Rankins. That was so fun talking to Mike about Land of Oz, and I think Mike's wife, Leanne, joining us on Facebook, watching live. Mike did a great job. You know, he hasn't done really any press for their business because he doesn't have time. How can you when you're, again, have a family and full-time job, and then you've got this other job that started as just something in the garage, and now it's grown into shipping worldwide with the dartboards and the arcades and restoring pinballs and a store, a retail store, a storefront coming soon to 801 South Oregon Street. What do they call that? The Western Mall, right? Isn't that what that was called at some point, right? Where they're going to be? I don't know if it's still called that. I know that they've done a facelift to that entire facility, so that's cool, and we're really excited for Mike with Land of Oz, and thankful for him taking the time to be on the show is great. And yes, I will 100% have an arcade game from Land of Oz in my future basement soon. It's already happening. I already talked to my wife about it. It's happening. I've wanted one. I grew up, like I told you, my dad owned an arcade for a while. They had Centipede, the arcade game. in the house. So, you know, we're going to have that in my basement, and I'll be the old dad that's bragging about, you know, winning against his kids in arcade games. I'm fine with that. I'm happy to teach them how to be good losers on games like Mortal Kombat and whatever else. So check out Mike's website. It was a lot of fun talking to him. Really appreciate his time. All right, thank you for watching. We'll be back live, hopefully, unless I get sick again. We're doing the show, and I've only felt more foggy, and I hate that feeling. So we're going to get out of here. Wash your hands. Hand sanitize everything. If you've been watching on your phone, get a little thing. Wipe it down. If you're watching on the old TV, get the Clorox wipe on the remote. Wipe it off, all right? I am a germaphobe. This stuff is going around. It's not fun. Thank you for watching. We'll be back on Wednesday, the first day of May at 8:30. And, of course, on Muscatine Power and Water Cable, Channel 5. Thanks to our friends at the RE/MAX Professionals. Real estate market is still incredibly hot here in Muscatine with homes hitting the market and selling quickly. So if you're in the market or thinking about listing your home, do it and reach out to our friends at RE/MAX and then watch this show at 7:30 and 10:30 p.m. That's it for today, though, friends. Celebrate National Oatmeal Cookie Day or National Raisin Day. I just wouldn't eat an entire bag. That would be my advice. And we'll see you soon. Goodbye. Maybe half a bag.
You're watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone.
Be very, very quiet while hunting wabbits.
We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community.
I'm trying to emote for the play that the alumni are putting on in Wilton this Friday, Saturday.
Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.